the question to the chat, and I really want to know you guys' opinion. Does starting Justin Fields right away do more damage than good? Does starting him right away do more damage than good? Because you heard him in there, talking about the reps, talking about things that you do need. Yeah, Jay said, I needed those reps. But at the same time, he also said when they wanted to throw him out there, he wasn't prepared. He wasn't taking those first team reps. He wasn't ready for that. Does it do more damage than good?
All right. So two things for me. So again, I'm gonna say it again. For me, I think it comes down. I think it comes down to this. If he had just had like a rookie year Dak Prescott type preseason, where it's just like, all right, we don't have like no choice to throw him out there. Like he's having a and he said it like if you having a bomb training camp, like you killing in training camp,
Yeah,
you killing in the 3 preseason games. Cool, throw him out there. I'm looking at it as, for me, one you got a 10-week window. I think Andy had a 10-week window, and then Nagy had a 10-week window to be like, all right, like this is what it is. We're gonna get everything together, and then you feel me. We gonna have everything together, and then we're gonna throw you out there. At least until they get to the 49ers.
Mike Dice in the chat.
At least until they get to the 49er game. Now, my other parallel to that is this. Cause you talk about being a quarterback in Chicago. I want to ask you this though.
Mm-hmm.
And correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just asking your opinion, but I would like to think that to me, playing quarterback for the Chicago Bears is almost kind of like playing point guard for the Chicago Bulls, and in a sense that the Bears have not had a solid QB, or they haven't been winning since like 05.
Right.
The Bulls
didn't have a solid QB in 05. Let me tell you that.
Yeah.
I watched Rex Grossman a lot. Didn't have a solid QB in 05.
We all watched Rex Grossman. Okay.
Yeah, didn't have a solid QB in 05.
They've basically been starving for winning and getting a quarterback since 85.
Mm-hmm.
The Bulls have also been looking for winning and basically somebody to succeed Jordan.
So you're not saying point guard. You're just saying that star.
Yeah.
That successor.
Yeah. I mean,
I think it's different because we had it. Injury just cut it. We had it. Nobody can look me in the face with a straight face and say we saw the best Derrick Rose. We didn't. Derrick Rose won an MVP before he hit his prime. Whether you want to argue that or not,
because I'm just looking at it like I feel like when he, but what I'm saying is when Justin Fields plays,
yeah,
I feel like out of any other place, there's going to be so much pressure for him to perform that you don't throw him out there week 1, because this city, and you've said it multiple times, is based off of football, defense. We need to win games, and we're trying to get to the Super Bowl. My fault. I don't think you throw him out there week 1. I think, like I said, Andy and Nagy have a 10-week window, because either way, if he go 5-5,
yeah.
I'm cool with Andy. But then after that, I'm sending you down. But either way, you got a 10-week window.
I'm looking at it from a completely different perspective. I'm not even looking at it at the play. I see a lot of people saying if he plays better than Andy, put him in. If he's a better player than Andy, put him in. But did I don't know if anybody really picked up kind of what Jay was talking about there, but Jay came in, or if they picked up when he came in, Jay came in like halfway through that year.
No, he came in week 12.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So Jay came in.
I said week 10.
No, I understand you, but when you listen to Jay talk about it, you listen to him. He didn't talk about how what was my man name that was ahead of him?
Oh, Jake Plummer.
Jake Plummer. He didn't talk about how Jake Plummer showed him how to play quarterback. He didn't talk about how Jake Plummer showed him how to throw a 60-yard pass. He didn't talk about how Jake Plummer showed him how to hit an out route in the hands. He didn't talk about none of that. He talked about how he taught him how to lead a team. And now Justin Fields may have those intangibles, but Andy Dalton has led playoff teams. Now, granted, they haven't won. But there's something to leading a team. There's something to directing a team that Justin Fields, if you think that talent is the only thing that's keeping Justin Fields off the field, I want him to sit and learn how to be an NFL quarterback. I want him to learn, because it's very different. You heard Jay. Look, this ain't college. This ain't Ohio State. It's a bigger stage. It's a different stage. Everybody lives and dies by what you do every single play. And to me, that's the thing that you have to zero in on. To me, I can look at the kid in college and tell you, now I think Andy Dalton still has talent. I think Andy Dalton still can play, and that's another reason why it's okay to put him out there. You're not sending Mike Glennon out there. You know what I'm saying? You're not sending like Mike Glennon out there. And like the video if you agree. You're not sending Mike Glennon out there.
No, yeah, definitely.
And so if you've got that talent there, I can look at it and see that at this point in careers, Justin Fields is probably more talented physically than Andy Dalton is. That's just common sense. If you can't see that,
I'm not.
If you can't see that he's more physically talented, but it's different than that. It's different from that. It's about learning how to play the position at the NFL level, learning the system, which him and Andy are pretty much going to be doing at the same time. So that's also taken a lot from Nick Foles, which everybody's wondering why Nick Foles is still on the roster. That's exactly why Nick Foles is still on the roster, because neither of these guys know how to play in the system, and it doesn't mean that Justin Fields at no point in this season is going to be ready. It doesn't mean that at no point in this season, Justin Fields is going to be ready to play and is going to be prepared to lead the Chicago Bears out of that tunnel and go onto the field. But to me, I think as Bears fans, we're so ready to see good. We have been so deprived from good for so long.
And I feel like that's why I wouldn't throw him out there with one, because people have been like super thirsty or like to just get him out there. Like the minute he got drafted, Muggs was like, okay.
Oh, we were dying.
Well.
And here's the thing. I still feel. I'm still getting one.
No.
Still getting one. Yeah. I still think he's the quarterback of the future. I think the Chicago Bears have a franchise quarterback.
I think
you didn't miss the NBA talk yet, my boy.
I think that
I still think the Chicago Bears have a franchise quarterback. But like Jay said, what's 10 games? Do we really believe that Andy Dalton is going to play bad enough? Now, if the offensive line can't get itself back together, it's going to be an ugly season no matter who's behind center. But do we really think that Andy Dalton is going to play bad enough that by 10 games into the season or 12 games into the season, we're going to be 3-9? No, I don't think that. I don't think that there's any way with this defense, with the names on this defense, whether you think there's still some pieces we need or not, that the Bears are going to be 3-9 12 games into this season. I don't think Andy has the capability to play that bad. And a lot of people want to bring up Dallas. Dallas had all them weapons, right? Looks great. One of the worst offensive lines I've ever seen, and I'm a Bears fan. To me, that's the thing for me. And so I'm going to be honest with you, kind of to answer the question, if I'm looking at it, you can do a lot of damage to him in the beginning of the season. You can have a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? You can have he at one point said you don't want this kid seeing ghosts in the future. You can have that happen.
Sam Darnold said that too.
Sam Darnold, I'm seeing ghosts out there. Which everybody blew that out of proportions. Quarterbacks say that a lot. If you getting hit, Tom Brady was seeing ghosts in that Bears game. That's why he was like fourth down. No, dog. Turnover on downs. But I agree that Justin Fields is the better player, is the better talent. And I think that's going to show at camp. But I just think there's a lot that he can learn from him. And I think that you absolutely can do more damage than good.
I'm gonna say this too, and